Malaysia is a sovereign and independent member of the global community of nations. And that's the truth. We are, in the first instance, inherent members, citizens, if you will, of planet Earth. That's the first port of call. We must recognize that there's only one race on this earth, the human race. Right? Now, we carved out this jurisdiction, this sovereign jurisdiction called first Malaya in 1957 and then in 1963 Malaysia. And it's founded on a constitution with a constitutional monarchy. Now, the parliamentary democracy is important because there, my friends, is where you find people power. The fact that this is a parliamentary democracy. We are multi-ethnic, we are multi-faith, we are a multicultural society. And this is the truth. In the years running up to 1957, a shared membership, this was an agreement, what we call a shared choice. Malaya and Malaysia has never been homogeneous, one culture, one ethnic group. There was a shared choice and a shared commitment to form that jurisdiction on the footing of a parliamentary democracy. Now, the next two are important. A country built and nurtured by the efforts of all people, all people past and present. And we are therefore tied with a common history. Now, this is a sad reality. The history that's being taught in schools today does not reflect the real history of this country. And that's something that I think will have to be looked at in the long run, yeah? We are a rich country. Since 1974, an oil-producing country. In reality, we should not be having the extent of the marginalized poor in this country that we have today. We need to take this country back for the marginalized Malaysians. Right? And back to the starting point. This is so important. We fully subscribe to the immutable and universal principle that we are all of a single human race and we are born equal. This is something that has to be entrenched into our mindset and the heart. We are equal. We are born equal on planet Earth. Take me to the declaration. Now, this is something that kena tanam dalam hati. Malaysia is our home. There is nowhere else on this globe that we can turn to and say, this is home. And nobody has the right to say otherwise. Now, the SABM initiative aspires to be the conscience of the nation in that this is what we want to take out. Unity is strength. For too long, we have seen divisive forces that will keep one community suspicious of the other. The reality is, if you go to the ground, I think we do not have a race relations problem. Go to the ground, go to the villages, go to the rural areas, and you'll find that people get on like a house on fire. But certain quarters to serve their own agenda, I won't mention names because we are supposed to be non-partisan and I'm going to remain non-partisan in this presentation. Certain quarters with their own agenda will tell us otherwise. We'll look into how perhaps we can try to overcome this. Yeah? Now, Anak Bangsa Malaysia will honor and uphold the federal constitution as the supreme law of the land. Why? Because that is the foundational cornerstone of this jurisdiction we call Malaysia. Take away the constitution, there's no Malaysia. Take away the constitution, the fundamental rights that we speak of are no more. That is the one document that we must continue to stand up and defend. Without that document, there is no Malaysia. Now, respect for fellow citizens. I go back again to what I said. There's only one human race.